Hello, everyone. Ken, police searched a locked box inside a pedestrian's backpack. Okay, so my name is Anthony Bandiero, attorney and senior legal instructor for Blue to Gold Law Enforcement Training, broadcasting from the National Interdiction Conference in Anaheim, California. So hopefully, if you're here, come by and say hello. So look, this officer is in Texas, and he says we had a stop of a pedestrian, actually a bicyclist, right, for not having reflectors. They somehow got a dog to, sniff the backpack. The dog alerted. We want to make sure that that's lawful, right? We can sniff backpacks, no problem. You just, right? No, just make sure you do it right. You're not supposed to extend a stop in order to just do a sniff, right? Unless you have probable cause, consent, or reasonable suspicion. But let's say everything is good with the actual sniff. The dog alerts, and then they open up the backpack and they find a locked box. Can we open it up? Well, here's what we teach at Blue to Gold, right? In order to do a search or seizure, you have to think about this acronym called CREW. You can do a search or seizure with consent. That's the C in CREW. You can ask this person, hey, can we, can you open it? Can you have the key or whatever? But let's say they say no. The next thing to look at is a recognized exception. Is there a recognized exception for this container? Probably in Texas, they're going to likely just going to call it a search incident to arrest. I wouldn't call it an inventory. I don't like using inventories to break things open and recover, purely, evidence. I like to use another, criminal recognized exception like search incident to arrest or exigency or the motor vehicle exception or so forth. But in Texas, the search incident to arrest would work. Now, some circuits like the 10th and the 4th and, Nevada, they don't like that. They don't like using a search incident to arrest when the item is no longer going to be accessible to the person. In other words, we are not going to have this person probably, once the dog alerts, it's probably in handcuffs, not going to be right next to the backpack. We're going to separate them from it while that backpack is searched. And the courts are saying that based on a case, Arizona versus Gant, that their understanding of search incident to arrest is no longer valid when the person has no likelihood of access. But in Texas, they have not adopted that view. So in Texas, we're going to be good to go. And then finally, if you don't have search incident to arrest, if you don't have inventory, you're going to need a warrant. So that's what I would do here. In Texas, I would probably just search it, and we would go from there. I hope this helps you get it right every single time. If you have any questions for us, go to bluetogold.com. If you like what we're doing here, like, subscribe, share with your friends.